Good morning, guys. Yes, I'm here with my coffee. I'm very happy to tell you we are still 32 people. Sorry, my voice is still a little bit gone, but I'm very happy we're still reading. Not sure how long we will be still reading, but we are today 2 pages. And remember, this was Fantine. Fantine was taken by Javert, the policeman, and she's trying to defend herself, and she says, well, sometimes one is n'est pas maître, one is not master of oneself. So she's saying sometimes you lose your temper. I hope you remember where we were. So, on a des vivacités. She's saying one has, but vivacité, it's like, she means like vivid reactions. Sometimes you react like that, a little bit too strong. And because remember what happened to her, I think she says it here, yes. Et puis, quelque chose de si froid qu'on vous met dans le dos alors que vous ne vous y attendez pas. Remember, this man put snow in her dress. So she says, and then something, quelque chose so cold that one puts to you in your back at the hour, but here it really means at a moment that you, and then we have a verb here, you should note it down, it's the verb s'attendre à. S'attendre à in French means to expect. Watch out, attendre is already a hard verb. It doesn't mean to attend, it means to wait. But s'attendre à means to expect. So at the moment that you do not expect it, vous ne vous y attendez pas. And the I, where does that come from? It's because it's s'attendre à. And since we have a à, this will become the little word I. If you need more explanation, please ask me. J'ai eu tort d'abîmer le chapeau de ce monsieur. So I was wrong, and in French, to be wrong is avoir tort, to have it wrong. I was wrong to destroy, abîmer, the hat of this gentleman. Apparently, she destroyed his hat. I don't remember. Pourquoi s'est-il en allé? Why has he gone away? The en is part of the verb s'en aller, and the s'en here means away. Why has he gone away? Je lui demanderai pardon. I would ask him pardon, pardon, or, but here really, I would ask him for mercy, for forgiveness. Oh mon Dieu, cela me serait bien égal de lui demander pardon. Oh my God, that would be, serait, it's the conditional of être, that would be, it would be equal to me, meaning I wouldn't bother, wouldn't be, yeah, I wouldn't bother, would be equal to me to ask him, pardon, forgiveness. Faites-moi grâce pour aujourd'hui, cette fois, Monsieur Javert. So give me grace. So pardon me. Give me grace for today, this time, Mr. Javert. Tenez, vous ne savez pas. And tenez, well, normally tenir, it's to hold. But tenez, it's a word, it's an interjection you use quite often in French. If it's the polite form, it's tenez. Sinon, you would say tiens. But here, so she's talking to Javert. So she says, tenez. You don't know. Vous ne savez pas ça. You don't know that. Dans les prisons, on ne gagne que 7 sous. In the prisons, one earns only, and the only, yes, you know that, it's the ne que. You only earn 7 francs, probably, sous. Yeah, it was a piece of money. Ce n'est pas la faute du gouvernement. It's not the fault of the government. Mais on gagne 7 sous. But one earns 7 francs. Et figurez-vous que j'ai 100 francs à payer. And imagine, figurez-vous, imagine that I have 100 francs to pay. Remember, she has to pay for her daughter, for the furniture she bought. Ou autrement, on me renverra ma petite. Or otherwise, They, you remember that on, it can be so many things. Here it's they will send back. And this is the future of renvoyer. They will send back to me my little one, my little girl. Oh mon Dieu, oh my God, je ne peux pas l'avoir avec moi. I cannot have her, and the her is here. I cannot have her with me. C'est si vilain ce que je fais. It is so villainous, so villain, so bad what I'm doing. Oh, ma Cosette, oh, my little Cosette. Cosette is the name of her daughter. Oh, mon petit ange de la bonne Sainte Vierge. Oh, my little angel of the good Saint Virgin. Qu'est-ce qu'elle deviendra, pauvre loup? What will she become? And this is the future of the verb to become, devenir. What will she become? Poor wolf, poor little wolf. It's a word she says to her daughter. Sorry, need some more coffee. Hope you have some coffee to drink. So she says, Ayez pitié de moi, Monsieur Javert. So, have pity with me, Mr. Javert. Well, have pity, it's more like take pity or have mercy, Mr. Javert. Elle parlait ainsi, brisée en deux. She talked like that, broken in two. Secouée par les sanglots. So secouée is shaken by, sanglot is sobs. She was sobbing, and sanglot it's sobs, cries. Aveuglée par les larmes, so blinded by tears. La gorge nue, her throat was naked, but throat at that time was often used to say like her bosom, her breast was naked. Yeah, it was better to say throat, but it really meant like her breast. Se tordant les mains, twisting her hands. Toussant d'une touche, toussant d'une toux sèche et courte. So coughing with a dry and short cough. Balbutiant tout doucement avec la voix de l'agonie. So stammering very softly with the voice of agony. Poor girl. La grande douleur est un rayon divin et terrible qui transfigure les misérables. So the great suffering, douleur, it's suffering or pain, is a divine and terrible ray, un rayon, it's a ray, like a ray of sunshine, a ray which transfigures the miserable people, poor people, miserable people. À ce moment-là, la Fantine était redevenue belle. At that moment, Fantine had redevenu, become again beautiful, good looking, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Sorry. À de certains instants, elle s'arrêtait et baisait tendrement le bas de la redingote du mouchard. So at certain moments, she stopped and kissed tendrement, tenderly, the bottom of the redingote. That's some kind of an overcoat of the overcoat of the mouchard. Mouchard, it's the informer, but here I think it's more like of the coward, of this man, of what's he called, Javert. Elle eut attendri un cœur de granit, mais on n'attendrit pas un cœur de bois. Ah, she would have, you see, this is, again, simple past, eu, she would have attendri, I think we could say softened or made more tender, but softened a heart of granite, but one does not soften a heart of wood. So, for him, it's all the same. Allons, dit Javert, je t'ai écouté. Come on, said Javert, I listened to you. As-tu bien tout dit? Have you very well said everything? Marche à présent. Walk now. Tu as tes 6 mois. You have your 6 months. Le Père éternel en personne n'y pourrait plus rien. The Father, but here it means God, the Father, the eternal Father in person, n'y pourrait plus rien. Yeah, that's kind of an expression. Couldn't do anything anymore. Huh? Yes, this is kind of an expression. Couldn't do anything anymore. Okay? À cette solennelle parole, le Père éternel en personne n'y pourrait plus rien, elle comprit que l'arrêt était prononcé. So at this solemn words or sentence, so this sentence, the eternal Father in person couldn't do anything anymore, she understood that the arrest was pronounced. So this was it. Elle s'affaissa sur elle-même en murmurant grâce. So s'affaisser is like to collapse, like to fall down, to slump down. So she collapsed. Yeah, in French you say sur elle-même, on herself. So she totally collapsed while whispering grâce, grace, please forgive me. Javert tourna le dos. So Javert turned his back on her. Les soldats la saisirent par les bras. The soldiers took her by the arms. Depuis quelques minutes, un homme était entré sans qu'on eût pris garde à lui. So since a few minutes, a man had entered without that one had taken guard to him, but had taken guard, this is not how you translate it in English. I would say nobody paid attention. Prendre garde is like paying attention. Nobody paid attention to him. Il avait refermé la porte. He had closed the door again. Si était adossé, in adossé, you see the word dos, which means his back. So he had put his back against the door. So maybe we could say he leaned against the door. Et avait entendu les prières désespérées de la Fantine. And had heard the prayers, the desperate prayers of Fantine. So he had heard all that. Au moment où les soldats mirent la main sur la, and I think it's Fantine, but so at the moment that the soldiers put a hand on, putting a hand on means took, and I think it will be Fantine. Let's see the next. Yes, they don't say Fantine, but they say on la malheureuse, on the miserable girl, qui ne voulait pas se lever, who did not want to se lever, to stand up. Il fit un pas, he made a step, so he stepped forward. Sortit de l'ombre, came out of the dark, et dit, and said, un instant, s'il vous plaît, one moment, please. Javert leva les yeux et reconnut Monsieur Madeleine. So, Javert, and lever les yeux means to look up with your eyes, to looked up and recognized Mr. Madeleine. Il ôta son chapeau. He took off his hat et saluant avec une sorte de gaucherie fâchée and greeting with a kind of gaucherie. Gauche is left, so kind of a left-handedness, but it's like awkwardness, we could say. Angry, so what did he say? Pardon, monsieur le maire. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. le maire, the mayor. Sorry, sir. Ce mot, monsieur le maire, fit sur Fantine un effet étrange. So this word, Mr. the mayor, made on Fantine a strange effect. Elle se dressa debout, tout d'une pièce, comme un spectre qui sort de terre. So she, se dresser means she stood up. Debout, it means straight and up, yeah, vertically. She stood up. All in one piece. It's a bit strange maybe in English, but that's what it says. Like a spectre, like a phantom, like a spectre. who is coming out of the terre, of the earth, repoussa les soldats des deux bras. So she pushed away the soldiers with her two hands, marcha droit à Monsieur Madeleine avant qu'on eût pu la retenir. So she walked straight to Mr. Madeleine before that one had been able to retain her, to hold her back. Et le regardant fixement, and looking at him fixement means like fixedly or firmly, l'air égaré, looking lost, elle cria, she screamed, « Ah, c'est donc toi qui es monsieur le maire! Ah, so it's you who are Mr. the Mayor. » I think she thinks of him because he was in fact the boss of the factory. And I think she knows that he was the boss and that she thinks that he like made her lose her job. I think so. Puis elle éclata de rire et lui cracha au visage. So then she burst out laughing, éclata, burst out laughing, and cracha, spit him in the face. Whoa. Monsieur Madeleine s'essuya le visage et dit, Mr. Madeleine, s'essuyer means wiped off his face and said, what did he say? Inspecteur Javert, mettez cette femme en liberté. Mr. Javert, put this woman in liberty. Oh, wow, free her. Huh? But in French, it's mettre en liberté. Javert se sentit au moment de devenir fou. So, Javert felt himself at a moment de devenir fou, becoming fou, crazy. What's happening? Am I becoming crazy? Il éprouvait en cet instant, so he experienced, éprouvé is experienced in this moment, coup sur coup. It's a blow on a blow, but it means like in a row, the one after the other, et presque mêlés ensemble, and almost mixed together, les plus violentes émotions qu'il eût ressenties de sa vie. So, the most violent emotions that he had ressenti, felt in his life. Voir une fille publique cracher au visage d'un maire, so see a public girl cracher, spit in the face of a mayor, cela était une chose si monstrueuse, so that was a thing so monstrous, so terrible, que that, dans ses suppositions les plus effroyables, so in the suppositions, in the most frightening suppositions, whatever he might imagine, il eût regardé comme un sacrilège de le croire possible. Il eût regardé. Yes, regarder here, it doesn't really mean to look. Not he had looked, but he had considered it as a, well, sacrilege or blasphemy, de le croire possible, to see it possible. So this, in his wildest dreams, les suppositions les plus effroyables, in his wildest dreams, he could not consider this possible. If you have questions, don't hesitate. D'un autre côté, dans le fond de sa pensée, so at the other hand, or the other side of the emotions, let's say, in the profoundness, le fond of his thinking, so in his mind, il faisait confusément un rapprochement hideux entre, so he made, confusément means like vaguely, un rapprochement, a hideous matching. So in fact, he brought two things together in his mind. Confusément, vaguely, a matching, a hideous matching, between which two things, entre ce qu'était cette femme, so between what was this woman, et ce que pouvait être ce maire. And what could be this mayor? Et alors, il entrevoyait avec horreur je ne sais quoi de tout simple dans ce prodigieux attentat. So, and then he entrevoir, that's a bit like he foresaw, or he could see, he could have a glimpse of something, and that's entrevoir, hein? Having a glimpse with horror. And so, je ne sais quoi, the writer says, I don't know what he saw in his mind. The tout simple, of very simple in this extraordinary attack. So in his mind, things are getting together. He's having thoughts, but we don't know really which thoughts, because the writer says, je ne sais quoi, I don't know which. Mais quand il vit ce maire, ce magistrat, but when he saw this mayor, this magistrate, so this is Javert seeing him, s'essuyer tranquillement le visage et dire, so wiping off calmly his face and saying, mettez cette femme en liberté, put this woman in liberty, so free this woman. Il eut comme un éblouissement de stupeur. So he had like, éblouir, it's like you're really like blinded by light. He had like could we say, a glare of shock. He was like blinded by shock. Shock is stupeur, by horror, by wow. La pensée et la parole lui manquèrent également. So the thought and the word, or words, or sentence, lui manquèrent, were lacking to him equally. So meaning, he cannot think it together, he cannot say, this is just impossible for his head to manage to think about. La somme de l'étonnement possible était dépassée pour lui. Yes, so now you're going to understand. So this sum, the addition of the possible astonishment had exceeded or crossed all borders for him. This was above him. This was too much astonishment. His mind cannot take it in. Il resta muet. He stayed mute, so he could not say anything. What is this? This girl spitting at this man, and this man just calmly wiping it off and saying, well, free her. We're almost finished. Ce mot n'avait pas porté un coup moins étrange à la Fantine. So this word, or this sentence, mettez cette femme en liberté, had not given a blow or a shock which was less strange to Fantine. Even Fantine was blown away by it. Elle leva son bras nu, she lifted her naked arm, et se cramponna à la clé du poil. So, and se cramponner means like really hold on to, because she was very weak, holding on to the, and clé, I don't think here it's the key of the stove. Poil, it's a stove. I think it's some kind of an iron rod. Maybe it's a key, like some iron piece of the stove, comme une personne qui chancelle. So like a person who is, chanceler means staggering. So she's standing there holding on to the stove like someone, who's trying not to fall down because she's staggering. I hope you get the image. Cependant, elle regardait tout autour d'elle. In the meantime, she looked totally around her. So she looked around her. Et elle s'est mise à parler à voix basse. And, well, we had already before, se mettre à, it means to start. She started to talk. À voix basse means in a soft voice. In French, you will say in a low voice, soft voice. Comme si elle se parlait à elle-même. As if she talked Elle se parlait. She was talking to herself, hein? To herself elle-même. Okay, so what's going to happen? One says, you go to prison. The other says, no, 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 you don't have to go. You're free. But she's spitting in the face of Mr. Madeleine. I hope we're going to hear about it next week, and I hope you will be there. I'm sure you will. We're going to read on in this book. Have a very, very nice Tuesday. Bye-bye.